What's up, YouTube? This is Josh coming at you. We got a couple of trades that I made with the fellas from the Retro Collective, 123 Gamer Man and Play More Games. Stay tuned, see what they sent me, and head over to their channels. I'll have them linked in the description below to see what I sent them. So welcome back. So like I said, I made another trade with one of the fellas from the Retro Collective, a little trade group that a few of us tubers have that I've graciously been a part of now for a month or so. Really cool group of guys. The guy that I made the trade with is right here on the screen behind me. We'll throw a little shout out his way, not that he needs one anyway. This is the famous 123 Gamer Man. Check his channel out if you haven't already. He has a very cool collection of games all around, but he's really going for a full Super Nintendo set, so I think that's pretty neat. That's pretty admirable, actually. That's a big library to collect for. So if you guys get a chance and you have never seen him before, he's got way more subscribers than I do, so you probably already subbed to him if you subbed to me. But if you haven't, go over and check out his channel. I will drop it in the link in the description below. This bad boy came from him. We put a little trade together. I had some Super Nintendo games that I was kind of moving out of my collection because I've decided to go a little more selective with what I pick up for the Super Nintendo myself. And I also he had given me a list of games that he had already in his collection, so I was able to go through, and as I was out and about hunting around, I was able to find him a few other ones to go with that, and we put something together. I sent all those Super Nintendo games to him, which you see him showing them off in the background, and he sent me this cool box of goodies right here from some stuff that he had that he was getting rid of. So before we jump into the package, though, you know we have to talk about the beer we have right here. We have an incredible looking beauty right here. Look how pale and clear this is. This is the Family Vacation Cream Ale. This is brewed by Roadhouse Brewing Company. They are out of Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And man, that is a clean, tasty brew right there. This one is a 4.9% alcohol by volume. As I said, it is a cream ale, so that's why it looks so nice and crisp and clear. They also had another beer that I had tried because this came in one of my craft beer boxes that I really enjoyed. I believe the other one was a IPA that, you know me, I love my IPAs. But if you guys get a chance and you're ever out in that area in Wyoming, it's a long, long ways away from me, but check out Roadhouse Brewery. If you like cream ales, you might like this one too. So, moving on to the package that was sent to me by 123 Gamer Man. Let's get into this bad boy. As I said, I sent him about, I think it was about around a dozen, might have been give or take one or two Super Nintendo games. All ones that he did not have in his collection, so I think he was pretty excited to add those because he's going for that full set, like I said. Very admirable. Open it up and we're full of packing peanuts. All right, so let's get the packing peanuts out of the way a little bit and we will see what is inside this thing. I know what's in here because we made the trade for it, but definitely wanted to show you guys and share the exchange that we made here. So what I asked him for was kind of a mixed bag of stuff. It was mostly Nintendo, and I think there's a couple of Super Nintendo things in here as well, and one PlayStation 3 game. So that I did not have in my collection. I like collecting for the PS3, and since I didn't have it and he had it available, I decided to take it off his hands. So we'll start with that one. We have a copy of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix. It was a nice, clean copy. And like I said, I didn't have it. I have the games on the PlayStation 2, but did not have any of them, the remakes that they did for the PlayStation 3. For the Super Nintendo, we got a nice copy here of Return of the Jedi. I wanted this one because I already had a copy of Star Wars and a copy of Empire Strikes Back, so that completes my trilogy for the Super Nintendo. Another one that I did not have, and I had it years ago when I had my original Super Nintendo, but I wanted to get this one back in the collection. I'd been looking at it to buy it, but I just hadn't pulled the trigger anywhere, but it was really cool that I could get that Star Fox as part of the trade that we made right here. It's a really nice copy of it too. Label looks great, front and back, really clean. Definitely excited to add that one. I love this game back in the day. We have Wow, what's this? This is an extra. It looks like a little Sonic the Hedgehog handheld of some sort. Let me show you guys. It looks pretty neat. How do you turn it on? Oh, it's a McDonald's. It's from McDonald's. Must have been a Happy Meal toy. I think it needs some new batteries, but... Oh, no, there it goes. Very cool. I will definitely check that one out in a little while. Alright, so let's see. What else do we have in here? We have... I think the rest of them are NES games, and then I picked up a peripheral from him, which feels like that one is on the bottom. So the first Nintendo game that we have that I add to the collection is the Battle of Olympus. This one looks really cool. I've never actually played it before. I was checking it out when we were talking about doing the trade. I had to go on YouTube and check it out and see what the gameplay looks like. It looked pretty neat. Like obviously it's an adventure game, side-scrolling platform adventure game, but it looked really cool. And this one is in fantastic shape. So definitely excited to add that one into my collection. The next one we have here is an unlicensed Nintendo game. This one is Silent Assault. I honestly don't know much about it, but I've kind of been on a kick. Well, I've been on a Nintendo kick anyway, but been on a kick with picking up some of these unlicensed games. So this was pretty cool to pick up. We got the old Robin Egg blue cartridge. And the final two games we got from him were Videomation. I know this is like just like a drawing game, I think, or an animation game that they have for it. I don't have high hopes for it, but I did not have it in the collection. And this one is a super clean, cool looking copy of the game. The tiger blasting out. Alright, and then we have a game in a sleeve here. Nice. I didn't know that I was getting a sleeve, but thanks, man. I appreciate that. It has the registration card and the instruction booklet for it as well, and this is Classic Concentration. Of course, this is a like a game show style game. You have to solve the little puzzles. But that's pretty cool, man. Thanks for the sleeve. I know these things alone are almost worth collecting all by themselves. But so the last thing that is in the box that I got from him, like I said, it was a peripheral. So just make sure that with all the peanuts that I'm not missing anything in there. I got an NES Satellite with the receiver. So I never had one of these before. I never had one as a kid either. So he was looking to get rid of it, and I said, heck, I'll take it off your hands. Definitely be cool to check out, cool to have in the collection.
Now home is where the action is with the new Super Spike V-Ball from Nintendo. Go for super spikes and big dings. And now up to 4 players can have some hot fun with the new NES Satellite, the only 4-player wireless remote. With V-Ball and Satellite, 2's company, and 4's really a blast. Even when you're playing from 15 feet away. The new NES Satellite and Super Spike V-Ball. Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
Pretty cool trade. Like I said, I sent him a bunch of Super Nintendo games. I got this NES Satellite. I got myself 4 NES games that I did not have in my collection. All in really nice shape, too. 2 really cool Super Nintendo games that I wanted. And a PlayStation 3 game. And this cool little McDonald's Sonic toy. So I also have one more trade that I made with the fellows in the trade group. This is from Josh Moore. Check his channel out as well. I'll link his and 123 Gamerman's channel links in my description before. We made another trade. I've got a few things here in the box. This was not quite as large of a trade as I made with 123 Gamerman, but definitely a couple of cool things to add to my collection that I did not have, and hopefully what I sent him he'll be pretty happy with as well. So he should, I'll assume he's going to do a video of it as well, but hopefully he does, and if you guys go check his channel out, you can see what I sent him as well. So, what do we have in the box here? We've got a number of things, actually. Let's see. Pull this stuff on out of here. Alright, so the first thing out of the box he sent me, and I know what this is, I'll show you guys. I had made mention when I was setting the page up to show the stuff that I had up for trade with the fellas that I have a disc resurfacer here, and he said he had a bunch of loose disc games that weren't any good to him and he would send my way since I had the resurfacer that I could check out. So I'm not going to pull them all out of the little sleeves that they're in, but this was pretty cool, and this was an extra that he sent my way. So he sent me a copy of Tomb Raider 3. He sent me a copy of Tekken 2. a copy of Dino Crisis. That one would be pretty cool to add if I can get it working. Looks like a couple of copies of Crash Team Racing. Here is a copy of Spyro the Dragon. And this one's looks like another copy of Spyro, but they're two different, unless this one's a different one, but it doesn't look like anything's written on it, so I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. And then he sent me a copy of Spyro Ripto's Rage, actually two of those as well. And two copies of Chrono Cross. So very cool. He sent me some pretty cool titles. If I can get them resurfaced and they work, it'd be really really awesome. A couple of them that I don't have for sure. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that, man. All right, so the games that we traded, or that I traded him for, was one NES game and one Super Nintendo game that I did not have in the collection. We got Adventures in the Magic Kingdom, the Disney's Adventures. I don't think I've ever actually played this game, but it was definitely one title that I knew I didn't have. I saw it on his list. I thought that would be pretty cool to add. So I'm glad we were able to make a trade. And then the Super Nintendo game that he sent my way was a super nice copy of Goof Troop, if you can see that with my lighting. Looking pretty terrible, but pretty awesome. So I appreciate it, Josh. Thanks for the trade. Thanks to 123 Gamerman for the trade as well. Like I said, from Josh, I got these two games and a stack of discs to check out, see if I can get them working. So that's it. So that's all I got for this video, you guys. Until next time, cheers.